Good morning. Welcome to Monday Morning Coffee and Chat with Hallee Bridgeman. I'm so happy you could join me. I have my cup of coffee, another one that my kids got me for Christmas. One of my kids got me a really tall one, and then this one. And grab a cup of coffee or tea and let's have a chat. So, you know what? I moved to Kentucky from Florida. And one of the things I love about Kentucky is that it has 4 seasons. I love the seasons here. And I don't mind the snow and ice, and I don't mind the January and February weather, but quite frankly, I don't like to be cold. It just occurred to me that my heater is on and it's probably a little bit loud. I feel like I was having to talk over it. And so I was outside and it was, wind blowing and like snow in the air, but not actually falling. And I was just cold. And I was like, I don't know that I necessarily want to live in a place that doesn't have 4 seasons anymore, but I really am tired of being cold. I always get that way, like as I'm entering February, because there's still at least another month and a half of it. So, all right. So this is the last Monday in January. And I should have done this the first Monday in January, but I wanted to talk about my 2021 year and my goals for 2022. So my 2021 was a little unusual of a year because I didn't publish a lot. So I had Daisy's Decision came out in January, and then I was part of a marriage devotional called Love's Letters that came out in February. And then, or maybe late January. And then I buckled down between March and September and just wrote those 3 full-length novels for Revell Publishing. And so, and that was, the 3 of them combined are pushing 300,000 words. So that was a lot of writing, but they're still not published yet, right? And then I wrote the book for Save the Date, and that released in October. And I just kind of worked on working with my editor at Revell, and our family went on family vacation in November. And then Greg had neck surgery. He had a fusion, like five something fusion in his neck in September. And then in December, he had shoulder reconstruction. And so I just kind of like took a break from writing and kind of got me out of the habit of writing. And so when I was creating this year's schedule, and you can see it, let me see if this will move. You can see my schedule up there. That's my writing schedule. And so I was like, okay, this year, 2022 is going to be like a year of writing for me. And I'm going to get back into some old habits with writing, like super early in the morning when the house is really quiet. And so I created a very aggressive writing schedule. And I'm really excited about it because I know exactly how to do it, and I'm not afraid of it. And so it's just a matter of like redisciplining my brain to do it. And I haven't gotten there yet because January was spent taking care of Carrie and then being in Alabama, and I couldn't write there because my brain just wouldn't connect. It was the same kind of similar. I likened it to when my boys were young and Kaylee was, elementary school and the boys were babies. I couldn't write fiction. And that's when I started Hallee the Homemaker, because I could write something, but it couldn't be fiction because that part of my brain that goes away into fiction land forever couldn't engage when my children were home and young. And so, and I think it's because I was listening for them. And so I couldn't go completely away. And when I write, I go completely away. So and there I was listening for her. And so I just never was able to connect to write. I wrote like a single scene in the whole time. So I was like, I'm going to have, and so when I came home from Alabama, I redid my schedule. I redid my writing schedule. I actually dropped a book because I lost a whole month of writing, which I don't mind. That's one of the joys of being self-employed and being my own boss, is that I get to choose, my own schedule. All right. So this year, I have it. I wrote notes. All right. So I plan on writing 5 full-length books. So 3 of those I am actually putting into a proposal to Revell. And if they want them, that would be really awesome. I would love it if they wanted them. But if they don't, then I'll just publish them. But for now, the intent is to write a proposal, give it to my agent, offer it to Revell. I hope that they've enjoyed working with me until now and are looking to do another project with me. So that's my goal. But I figured if they don't want it, I'm still writing the books and then I'll just publish them and they'll still be the military. It's going to be, so the books for Revell are Special Forces A-Team. This will be the same. It's another Special Forces A-Team series. And I have all 3 of them getting written. Yes, I do. All right. So I have 5 full-length books I'm going to write. 3 of them are going to be proposed. I will publish 2 of them. And then I'm going to write 4 shorter stories. 2 I'm going to submit to Love Inspired. If they don't want them, I'll publish them. And 2 are going to be in my Red Blood Bluegrass series for my own personal publication. And I would like to get one of them up in May because I can't publish 3 months before the Revell books publish or 3 months after. And I already have a book that I have to publish at the 3-month mark in June, which is the prequel to the Special Forces series. I'm publishing that. And so, and then the 3 months after is the conclusion of that team's stories. And so so those 5 Special Forces books are taken up, you know, from June through March in publication. So I plan to write 5 full-length novels, 4 shorter ones, and I would love to write 10 short stories. And I want to give those short stories as I write them. I will give them to my newsletter. So if you're not on my newsletter, halleebridgeman.com/newsletter, then you will be missing out on short stories. So on my writing schedule, I have Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday as writing days for books, and Tuesdays will be spent writing short stories. And the reason is because I'm also teaching creative writing for our homeschool co-op on Tuesdays. And so I don't want to bog down, I don't want to bog my morning down with writing so many chapters. I just would like to plot out a short story, get some bones out, and then write it, you know, over the course of a month instead of, you know, those Tuesdays during the creative writing teaching are going to be busier for me. All right, so that's my writing, my specific fiction writing goals. I would also like to blog once a week in a devotional style, but I haven't quite pinned down how I want to do that yet. There was a time when I was listening to my Bible, my Word of Promise Bible, as I walked every morning, and I would come in when I had Hallee the Homemaker blog, and I would like write about what I had heard, what I had listened to that morning. And I called it my Word of Promise series. And so it'd be like, here was this passage, here's my thoughts on it. I don't know if I want to do something like that again, or if I want to like find a series of topics and blog about them and just, you know, do like a quarterly thing, like this quarter, let's blog about marriage, and this quarter, let's blog about parenting. I don't know if I want to do that or not. I'm still praying about what I want to do, but I would love to have Thursdays have a devotional message somehow on my website. Like I said, I'm going to create another proposal for a Special Forces series. And my daughter is getting married in August. And so as aggressive as this schedule is, there's giant chunks of time when there's nothing happening on my writing schedule because that's the wedding week or whatever. So that's good. I'm excited. I'm excited about her getting married. And then Greg and I celebrate 20 years in June. And we had talked about going to Ireland and going to a couple of like some really old, like thousands of years old whiskey distilleries. But because of COVID and international travel and shutdowns and just general the health and safety of our family, we're not going to do that. We're going to stay domestic and go somewhere else for anniversary. So I also have a week off in June. And then I have, if my schedule stays tight and if I'm able to do what I plan to do, then I will take the last 2 weeks of the year off and then the first week of next year off, which is really cool. So I think I covered everything that was on my list. Oh, and then the Revell books will launch. The Love and Honor series are going to launch September, October, and November. And so the first Tuesday of each of those months will be a book launch. And so I also don't have anything going on the writing schedule those weeks because book launch weeks are exhaustingly crazy. And to do it right and to do it well, which I intend to do, takes lots of different kind of time and energy. And so I don't want to overwhelm my schedule by also having a writing requirement and my own personal writing requirement in that time too. So those are my goals for 2022 for writing. I would like to pre-record my Monday morning coffee and chats for a while because of my writing schedule. So like today I had makeup on, I had to go somewhere and do something else. And so I was like, I'm going to go ahead and record a couple of Monday morning coffee and chat videos, which is how I started. Like I had like 8 banked before I even ever launched them. And so I'm going to be recording them for a while and then releasing them through StreamYard as, live events so that I can keep my writing schedule the way that I want to keep it. And so that's it. That's my 2022 year. I really look forward to the year. I have on my schedule, I have releases happening in May, June, September, October, and November. And then on the next year, I also have that schedule already created as well. And the first book I can publish is December, January. So it'll be in February, I'll be able to publish the cruise ship ending of the Love and Honor series. So, all right, I will see y'all next week. It'll be February next time we meet, and have a great week and God bless you.